Hey there, fellow pilots and captains, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Garrison, episode 35, adding a closed bridge to our ship. Why, guy, are you doing this to me? Got a death wish or something? Like, for real. If you want to go outside, wear a helmet. I know I could, like, roster restrict you. But continually, I'm just, like, going outside without a helmet on as, like, for funsies. A part of me wants to, like, aggressively dock anyway. Be like, I'm docking. Get out of my way. Ooh, you're in the red room. Cocooning in the red room. Alright, bud. Let's do something. Roster, it's work time. It's been an hour and a half. They're still chilling here, so I'm gonna radio one more time. No docking port. Alright, well. First come, first serve, I guess. We will mosey on back to K-Leg for more power so they don't run out. And we'll hit up this ship, which I'm pretty sure I've been to the ship before, but we might as well just fill in all the ships. And I'm gonna do a hot burn there, because I'll have plenty of RCS fuel. So I'm about 48% RCS. That's like buzzing around a whole lot of K-Leg. What the hell? Oh, frickin' match speed? No, I don't want to match speed. Oops. Never keep match speed on. I forgot I had it on when I was sitting there. Oh, and, a ship just left the other rig that was over there. Well, now we're in a weird tumble. Am I still pointing to the right thing? Yeah. The match speed, like, threw our cross velocity way the hell off. Because it was trying to match speed at high time acceleration. And it's going to make me burn a lot more RCS fuel, but whatever. One thing you don't see often is curves in trajectories. Because usually you just go point A to point B without, like, curving there. But in this case, got a nice curve because, match speed threw me off so hard. Alright, we're nice and lined up. Really isn't much for me to do. I guess we'll read some books. My civil engineering is really no higher than my combat engineering. They both started at 50%. Although you really only see like increments of 5%, I think. So even if you're making progress, you're not going to see the progress until you can get to the next like rounded up tier. Tokyo drifting to K-Leg. Don't you know it? That's weird. It's referencing the electrical engineering textbook here, but I'm not reading that. I'm reading the civil engineering one. And I do see that there's little up arrows at civil engineering, so it looks like the text down here and is not matching up with what I'm currently working on, i.e. it's a bug. All right, 29 minutes out. Long for a better love life? Maybe drink some water? Speaking of which, let's go ahead and transfer our flask water into the sink here. And then when we are on derelicts, steal water. Or, well, loot water. So I'll keep one sip of water here. What the hell? And 20 minutes out. Alright, looks like the other Salvager has left the rig, but also the target I'm heading to is occupied. Because of course it is. So let's change targets. I don't recall like ever running into this much company when playing previously. I feel like it's just the curse of Eric now. It's like he just keeps running into other captains and having to deal with them in uncomfortable social situations. Because the game's like, well, this is your new challenge, ha ha ha. Alright, here we are. Again, at the start of this, or at the end of last stream, I lost some save data. I lost, like, the last 15 minutes or so, which I am pretty sure I've been to this ship last stream and just, it rolled back and I lost that progress. Hey, Tech Nomad, thank you for the sub. Coming in a little hot. Throttling up so don't crash. It's a doo-doo medium. Full of meat. I'm gonna disembark immediately. This meat is like moments away from jumping onto my ship. So, hell no. In fact, now that I've disembarked, I'm going to do a visual inspection to make sure the meat didn't spread. So, meat can spread to your ship through contact like that, and then start to grow on your own ship, using your ship as like a petri dish or an incubation or whatever. So, yep, just immediately noped out of there. No, I don't want to dock. Stop it. No, stop it. Alright, go here, I guess? And it'd be really cool if there was a game system where you could, like, add ships to your blacklist. Because I think there's a very good reason to blacklist this ship. It's basically just a meat trap. That sounds so dirty. But yeah, it is a meat trap. Just, if you spent any more than, like, a few minutes on that, it would start spreading meat to your own vessel, so. Big no thank you. So we're a little low on RCS fuel, so I'm not gonna go around jetting hot to the next place. I'll just like kind of drift. Yeah, like a warning beacon, exactly. Kind of like the warning beacons that Star Sector has. You know, or even being able to like rename a localized version of that ship. So we could rename K6PT to like meat ship. Or micrometeorite. Yeah, like the star sector labels of 0.98, exactly. You got me. If you're wondering, the skill building of this game, I mean, the time scale of this game is really short, right? Like, I forget what date we start on for this series, but it's really only been like a week or two, you know? Which means you don't, it takes a very long time to like build skills, but it's like in relation to calendar time in game. My point being, trying to learn civil engineering, I'm not going to do in like an afternoon. It's going to take like days of reading the book or putting it into practice to get that up. It's the same reason why I think starting with EVA Suits and Zero G Ops is so important, because you will be a slug in a suit otherwise, which makes you a really juicy target for like pirates, because you won't be able to escape pirates if you can't move as fast as everyone else moves in suits. You're at a big disadvantage at that point. You start off August 26th at noon? Yeah, so as you can see, it's like been a week. And even in that week, my character like has gotten ridiculously skilled. Honestly, unreasonably so, but it's just so that the player feels accomplished or whatever. Because like I've like halfway to being a professional of civil engineering in a week. I'm sorry, but what? You know? At least it's not the time scales of like Project Zomboid trying to build strength and endurance. Oh, good God. It's another Dew medium. Looks pretty boring to me, but I'll take a look. At least there's not like meat trying to absorb me immediately. A bunch of liners. Core liners. And just crates of junk food. I guess that had a grav pen. I like collect them as if I'm at some point going to use them, but I really have no plans to use them. So basically I'm just like hoarding drugs. I'm a drug hoarder. Okay, that's it. Got 2 motors. K-Leg is on the wrong side. I do want to go to K-Leg next to like quickly refill fuels and everything. So I'm just gonna buzz by it using the remaining RCS fuel that I have. And then desperately search whatever else is around the boneyard. Alright, we're flinging ourselves towards K-Leg. We'll be in there in 7 minutes. How are the batteries? Batteries are 40%, but RCS fuel's down to like 30%, 34%, which is why I'm heading back. Now for the turn and burn. Doing a little like cowboy manual docking here. Which is fine. It's not my first radio. It's just definitely way easier to crash violently and die if you dock like I just did. Where you're just like accelerating aggressively until you're within docking distance. Come on. There we go. Shut up. What do you guys think? Am I gonna find the heavy water tank? Is it, No. So the new, vendors aren't updated for 3 more hours. You know what I could do is take a 3-hour nap and see if the new, No. That was stupid. I, like, misclicked and didn't hit clamps. Take a 3-hour nap and see if they're gonna sell a heavy water tank. I mean, the chances of me finding a heavy water tank that way is, like, pretty low. But not 0. So, like, I could always try. Yeah, this is not been updated. Yeah, let's take a 3-hour nap. Power nap time. So it is 9. We're going to sleep till 12. Feeling hungry? Good. Now, this time, there aren't trenchers for you to eat. So you can't disappoint me with your auto-tasking. You ate authentic food. Savoring the warm delight of authentic food. Good. I think we can honestly be done with trenchers and just get, like, kiosk food from here on out. So, inventory has been updated. It won't update again for another 24 hours. Or so. They have a cryo reservoir. Not what I'm looking for. Close, but not quite there. They do have some Mobilite walls I'll buy. Oh, I like this song. But yeah, nothing I was hoping to find. In terms of selling, if I go to my own backpack, to my own PDA... Wait, how do you not want any of this? You know what? Let me put all of my files on the other PDA. All, like, the interesting files. And Opfer, thank you for the gifted subs. You do that far too frequently. Okay, so the other PDA that I intended to sell now has the juicy bits. I was at the wrong trader, yeah. Sell. Barter. So here is the nav. The towing braces are worth a pretty penny, but I'm going to hold on to them because I want to install them. Here's the other nav. And then here's the PDA. Yeah, moving those files made me about 1,000. Basically, it wasn't really worth it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. This time it wasn't. I will check for hot pants at the supply, and then we'll get back out there. Nope. All right, chat. Oh, you know what? I want to move my transponder. Yeah, let's go move the transponder. Because I'll be out of, I won't have a legal ship if I break it. So, maybe I get lucky and I'll be able to move my transponder, but probably not. Yeah, I broke it. So I had planned to put the transponder here. And then let's go get ourselves a new transponder after selling the scrapped one. I don't even know if they take the scrapped one. I might just jettison it. Because I don't think they're going to be interested in a broken transponder. Nope, they don't want it. So I'll just like throw it out the window once we're in space. Alright, heading to the comms district to buy a new transponder. That's why like moving transponders on your own ship is kind of a pain, because the game doesn't want you to do it. So I made $25,000 and I'm about to spend $23,000. Also, I hadn't done a ship rating in a bit, and I'm interested to see if it rates the bathroom as a bathroom. So let's update our rating so that we can see our crappy progress. It's an A5E. And there it is, bathroom. Basic oh, the basic orders is basic orders now. I must have done something to it to make it basic over Lux. I don't know what I would have done. A basic orders has a bed, storage bin, and light. A Lux has a bed, 2 storage bins, a light, and a chair. Did I remove the light? I didn't remove bins. Hatches are fine. You know, if no, actually hatches aren't fine. It's registering. So that's weird. Oh, I know what it is. It's because the closed bridge is in progress. Duh. Yeah, never mind. No, that wouldn't be it. I don't know actually. But all right, whatever the case is, let's buy a transponder and head on back. We can take a quick look at the quarters to see why it wouldn't be registered properly. Because it should be. You know what? I don't think it has a light. Alright. We are transponding. So, pick up the light. The weird thing about this is if it was an error with the light, I figured it wouldn't even be registered as a basic order. Seriously? I can't change this. I can install the light, but I can't change the setting? That's so bass-ackwards. The thing is, the bunk is, like, glowing, so this light change barely matters, but whatever. Oh, now the tools on the ground are blocking it. God, that's kind of annoying. Stupid bunks and stupid restrictions. Come on. A part of me wants to, like, depower the bunk. Because it's plugged in, and, like, remove... I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so there's not a good reason for this to have lost its Lux designation. I can't really figure out why that would be. I'm gonna go check the rating again to see if it was the light. That's my best guess. So, for reference, a basic quarters needs a bed, storage bin, and light, and a Lux quarter needs a bed, 2 storage bins, a light, and a chair. And it does have that. I don't think hatches matter, but if it did, I could always have the door to the bathroom come from the bottom, not the top. Yeah. Still basic order. Well, noted. Maybe I'll change where it connects to the bathroom, so that you can't get to the bathroom from the sleeping quarter or something. I don't know. I don't think it's blocked access now. But what I could do is I could turn this into a wall and just put the door to the bathroom here. Because it really doesn't make any difference to me. Where did I run off to? Oh, I grabbed, like, random conduit from somewhere on the station. I could set up a signal box to depower the bed, yeah. What is going on with my character? Where the hell am I? I was, like, embedding myself in the wall? Cool. Yo, why aren't you listening to me, guy? I said to go over to the supply, and he just, like, ran off. He's like, nope, not listening to you. You're not the boss of me. It's like, well, if I'm not the boss of you, who the hell is? Renaming the bin shouldn't matter, no. A bin is a bin, regardless of its name, unless it's, like, some massive bug that has... That would be surprising. It's a problem that doesn't really need a solution right now. I don't really care until... For a bit. So I'm not gonna... Basically, I'm telling chat, don't care that it's not right. I'm not trying to fix it at the moment. It's not my goal to fix it. So I'm just gonna leave it be. Alright, did I run out of conduit? I must have. Okay, so let's reinstall this and head on out into the boneyard. Well, for reference, wait, is this on power? Because it doesn't have power there? Fine. So fussy. For reference, the chair, the bed, it's all installed, so whatever complaint that the game has for my setup, I don't think it's valid. You know, bin 1, bin 2, bed, light, chair, it's all there. And it doesn't... The Lux Quarter, for reference... If I was to guess, it is the hatch. Because Lux Quarters aren't allowed to have toilets, and maybe, like, somehow the bathroom is a bathroom, but, like, the hatch makes it weird or something? I don't know. At the end of the day, I'll check that theory by closing the hatch. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because I don't intend to sell my ship, so its ship rating is only for personal reference, it's not for resale value. But it would be nice to figure out if an open hatch is the cause. Which would be weird, because open doors don't seem to be a thing. You think hatches are disallowed in the Lux room and the wiki is just wrong? Oh, you're right. Hatches are disallowed in the Lux rooms. Okay, true. I'll redesign it at some point. So let's get back out to the boneyard, and we need 2 more doors. We need some mobilite walls. We need the heavy water tank. And I need to pray that I can find some of these things, because it's been eluding us badly. I also might need to reboot the game. It seems to be chugging hard. Good chunk. Good chunk. Some of the chugging is just like, I'm at K-leg, and there's a lot of calculations done in K-leg. Do we need parts for towing? Not any that I can buy here. I already bought all the walls I could. The game leaks memory really bad. Yeah, it's not so much the memory leaking itself, though. Because if you have a lot of memory for your computer, like this, right now, Ostranauts is only taking, it's taking 11 gigs of memory, but I'm only using like 40% of all the memory I have on my computer. It's more the fact that it just stops running well. Because sometimes you can ignore memory leaks if they're gentle, let's call it. But sometimes memory leaks also cause the engines to start bricking.
Mike 3-4, you are cleared for ISR approach. Maintain current course and decel.
Why am I so tiny? Because there's a lot to look at in Ostranauts. There's tons of UI stuff, so I try to be out of the way. So here you can see all the ships that are loading in code, which is why I'm pretty sure they exist when they spawn, not when you board them. I could see the concept either way, but if they only existed the moment you boarded them, you would get some weirdness where you could like quick save right before you board a ship and then just keep boarding it over and over. Save load until you get exactly what you want. Yeah, and in a single player game, I guess it really doesn't matter if you exploit or not, but there does seem to be some fresh ships in the boneyard. Oh, you know what? Before we go, let's top back up. I did nap. Yeah, basically, a little bit of gas. So, Chet, you think I'm gonna find something I'm hoping to find this next destination, or am I gonna be screwed again? Alright, so 16 minutes till we're there. I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall the access hatch. And I like hatches, but I'll just probably sell it at some point. Technically speaking, I don't really need the conduit here either. It's not all that important. Didn't I have a light in this room? Oh, the light was here. Alright. Uninstall the toilet. Actually, for the interest of my knees, I'm going to point it the other way. Again, roleplay. What I hate, I've been in bathrooms where, like, you sit down on the toilet and your knees hit the wall, and it's like, why? Who thought this was a good idea? And I'm not even particularly tall. So if it happens to me, I can't imagine it being comfortable for those that are actually far taller than I. Alright, and then these walls are going to go, because that is where our door's going to be, which means this light is obviously going to get removed. Or just, you know, float in air, but eventually removed. Alright, install a wall there. And now you can kind of see where the bathroom is going to take form. Where there'll be a door here, and it will be a bathroom separate from the Lux quarters. So you won't be able to get to the bathroom in a depressurization emergency, but like, I don't know about you, but I'm not planning on having too many of those if I can help it. Alright, so the walls, we do have some spare walls. I bought a few and I have a few. Then for now, I'll just tote the lights. Or dolly them, I should say. I'm guessing I can't reach that conduit spot, so I'm going to uninstall the wall here so I can install the conduit. Or maybe we don't even have the conduit. But because that's a nested conduit, it's going to take priority. Because it's really annoying to put it back. Why am I... Oh, I was hypoxic because I installed the wall on top of my head. Well, no one ever called me a genius. I don't think I've ever run into that problem. Where I, like, built myself into the wall. I'm glad the game was like, hey, you're probably didn't mean to build a wall on top of your head, so, like, we're not going to kill you immediately. So, thank you, Ostranauts, for not murdering me for that. Tiny ship. Tiny ship. Tiny ship that is recently dead. They're, honestly, the kind of the freakiest to me. More than, like, even having... Oh, wow. Oh, it had, like, a reactor. Cryo tank! Come on. I don't think I'm gonna find a heavy water tank in here. Nope. Well, that's just too bad. I don't think there's really anything I want from this ship. Except for the doors. So here's one door for the bathroom. And we'll want a light for the bathroom. I like how a light isn't a requirement for the bathroom. It's, like, kind of funny to me. What? I can't reach the light? Are you kidding? Game needs to be more permissive. Alright, so now we have an actual bathroom and an actual luxe cabin again. So that's been fixed. So I need another door for the other section. Is there a door here? Any other doors? I don't see any other doors. No, I don't think there is. Is that a t-shirt? Yeah. Punch a hole in this wall. Oh, come on. What's blocking me here? Oh, the battery. The cryo tank's just on the outside. I mean, that's a legitimate way to build if you don't care about micrometeorite strikes. But nope, I don't see anything I'm looking for out there. Got it. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow K-Leg Salvagers.